Penis.
As always.
Yep.
So,
Classy.
only the classiest. So, when we left off last time, the party had just managed to fight off a horde of undead ogres that they found while traveling through the interior of this mountain that houses, well, whatever evil force that they seem to be up against that's taken over the area surrounding Drake's Landing and seemingly turned most of the residents there into shambling undead. Um, Following some directions scribbled on a note they picked up off of um, likely a cultist back in town. They have been making their way deeper and deeper into these caverns. Having wandered into a new stretch of the caves and circumnavigated a spiky pit that lay in the middle of uh, the room they most recently traversed, they had just turned a corner to see and hear some scuttling noises as what seemed like some rather sizable creatures had slithered behind some of the loosely fallen rock and debris in this chamber. And that having been the last thing to happen, what are you guys doing?
Well, we're gonna take a rest.
Doesn't sound like the perfect time to take a rest.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sounds perfect to me.
I thought we did. Did we take a rest?
Nope. Maybe a short one.
Well, yeah, I was wondering. I thought we took a short one.
Yeah, I think you took a short one right after the ogre encounter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what I thought. So yeah, I have no problems. I'm good to go. Okay. So we are by a pile of rocks that have slithering noises.
Yeah, so to paint the picture here, the room you just left had that big spiky pit in the middle of it. After leaving the room, there's about 25 feet of kind of natural cavern path before the path just bends around to the right, and it's just kind of the natural flow of things, opening up into a cavern that let's see, it's too deep, like the opposite wall is too distant for you to see, or for anyone in the party to see, I guess would be more relevant because Maya can't see shit in the dark. But best you can tell, it's probably 70 feet wide, give or take. And you heard at least two distinct noises as you kind of rounded the corner and just barely caught these things scuttling out of view.
Okay. Well, I can't see anything, so I'm just on guard, I guess.
It's a Grick.
How close are the rocks that these things supposedly scuttled behind?
Let's see. The closest one you would judge to be about 55 feet away.
I look back at the group. You ready for a fight?
Bunga just has a dumbass smile on his face.
I'm ready.
I nod. Turn around and just whip an acid splash at it.
Okay.
So.
All right. And so how are you kind of positioning it? Just like off to one side?
Well, we saw him scuttle behind a rock, right? So I'm gonna just throw it.
Yeah, like a pile of debris kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim for it to just land just on the other side of the debris. And if
Okay.
it's 55 feet out, I'm just 60 feet of range, so...
All right. Cool. So then that's going to be dex save. Make sure everything's
They're
set
humans.
up here.
Is it close to, like, a wall? Or is it just debris sitting in the middle of the room?
It's reasonably close to a wall. Like, not right up against one, but probably 10 feet away.
Alright, I'll throw it towards that side to try to chase whatever's trying to dodge out into the open.
Okay, I gotcha. Sounds good. So it needs to make a dex save, which it succeeds on. So is that half or no damage? If it doesn't say half, it's none.
Let's see. Nope, none.
Okay. So, apart from maybe a little bit of a clattering sound, almost sounds like stone on stone, there doesn't seem to be any, call it visceral response to your acid splash.
I killed it, guys.
Okay. And then, that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and position everybody at least approximately here on this map. And we can do some fighting stuff.
Roll some of that there initiative.
Yeah. Okay. That's about right. Get you guys over to the map.
I agree.
Indubitably. Also, I'm just gonna fill in where this kind
What?
of debris
What
is
was
here.
that?
What?
Easy.
Gonna be filling in where this debris is. The creatures are indeed behind it.
I was looking through my inventory, I saw symbol of Orcus, and I thought it said symbol of Oreos.
Close enough.
I don't know why.
I also want to note I want to pull up my mace, see if I'm even able to use it.
Okay.
It burns your hand.
Whoa. Roll 20, calm your tits.
They shall not be calmed.
Clearly not. Okay, now I can get you to the map.
Okay.
What you're saying is Dogar pulled a mount car and just melted away some orphans.
Totally. Definitely orphans behind those rocks.
Yep.
Definitely orphans.
What rocks? I can't see anything.
Exactly.
So I'm going to open the initiative tracker and clear your old one.
Can I just
Roll initiative.
keep Nat 20. It's not a nat 20.
I'm trying to zoom in.
Yeah, it's bottom left-hand corner for those who can't see anything. It's like kind of close to the bottom left. So if you want to zoom in on like this area where I'm pinging, it's roughly where we are.
I can see my first one.
Wow, I have the best fucking initiative in the world.
Yep.
Everybody's doing great. Just fucking fantastic. All right. I guess I'll roll for Lilith because it's the thing to do.
Where?
Of course. Of fucking course.
You see ping?
I found.
Okay.
There. Oh, you can't see shapes.
There.
Oh!
What?
She on that 20 for her.
Too bad you can't
Wonderful.
see shit. Oh wait, don't we still have a torch with us or no? I never put
You
it
had
out.
one at your rest, so I would say you probably still have one. So who's carrying the torch?
We're all like back where we're starting, just realizing we're getting into a fight, and Maya's already up there punching things in the dick.
No. Well, maybe. Last I knew, I had it in Mage Hand, so
I also thought Lilith was doing a bonfire.
no, that was further back.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was back where you took your rest after fighting off the ogres.
Yeah, last I did, I knew I had it in Mage Hand, so I would say it's like probably floating about 5 or 10 feet in front of us.
Okay.
So I can see something.
In a minute, maybe.
In a minute.
Oh, mighty Bahamut, grant me dark vision.
I don't think that's how that works. Maybe worship Tiamat.
Ah,
Okay, so now you can see things.
maybe.
Things. Okay.
I mean, not things, but things.
I see a rock.
In what direction was the acid splash thrown?
Yeah,
This
what-
way.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I take it that's the rocks, right, Eric?
Correct.
Okay.
Farthest I can see is
Yeah.
right about there.
Yeah, that's
Like
a rock.
Mhm.
So that's the farthest I can see too. So I can kind of see this thing here, which is another rock. But
See, like, just
Yep.
the edge of this rock.
yeah, I have like 10 feet more of it. Whoa!
And she's off.
Yeah, damn.
Can you push to talk, please?
And I am going to hold my action until Togar moves his light.
You're gonna be waiting
Okay.
a while.
Yeah.
And I will yell at Togar to break his light. towards me.
Move your light.
I gotta wait my turn.
All right.
Wait,
let's
who has to push to talk?
Becca.
Okay.
Okay. So that brings to Lilith, who's gonna do a thing. Probably, maybe. We'll see.
Bonfire right there.
Let us see what she has to do.
Eldritch Blast, or Bonfire, or the knifey thing.
Navy thing?
There's that little thing about having to see where you're aiming shit.
The details.
Not important.
All right, let us see what she can see
Cast
with her
Superior.
superior dark vision.
She can see about there.
Yeah,
Isn't it
yeah,
60?
she can see stuff. So if she can get an angle, which she might have,
Isn't Superior Dark Vision 120 feet?
yes.
That's pretty far.
All right, so yeah, what you're gonna see then is a bonfire erupting in a place.
But also has light.
Yeah, it's almost like that was intentional.
Almost.
Almost.
It's a huge distance.
That is a big distance.
That's how far Malgar sees.
Let us see something.
Tag in Malgar.
Togar turns and just immediately slaughters Melkar.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a thing.
Right there.
I don't want to fight that. Bone monster.
So, yeah,
And there's 2.
What is that thing?
it's a thing.
I mean, well, can you explain? Because it looks like it's a fish
Yeah,
that
let me
decomposed.
finish rolling some damage here, and
Okay.
then I will explain what you're seeing.
An undead snake skeleton of a large proportion.
It's a snake.
Undead snake.
It is a sneaky snack.
Can I have hold my action until I saw something
No step on snake.
instead of until
I'll
whenever
allow
I
it.
looked is late? Okay.
Still really
So-
can't do anything. 'Cause...
All right, so this fire erupts behind the stone or pile of stones, really on the left, illuminating what you can see is a large serpentine skeleton of some sort. See if there's anything else you're able to distinguish from there. I mean, you can see toward the bottom of the thing's jaws, there's actually this little split in what I suppose you could call its chin. And as the bonfire just kind of flashes into existence, you see it nimbly just kind of sway out of the way, still occupying a very close area to the bonfire, but managing to avoid the flames as they first crop up.
Damn
So-
dexterous pile of bones.
Yeah. So, I think that's going to be it for Lilith, because she's not really one to get all up close and personal and whatnot. So, it's going to bring us to the creature's turns.
Me.
Okay,
Well, you
or
can't
Maya.
really attack.
There's a thing Maya can do, I think.
I have ranged weapons.
Oh.
Do you not believe me?
No, I forgot about the darts.
I have dagger. 2.
Oh.
Anyways,
Cover does that thing have at
it's
that
20
angle?
feet away, so I'm gonna throw 2 darts at it.
Okay. Yeah, it does have some cover, so, the AC will be slightly increased. But, give it a
But it's probably better than disadvantage. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
The second one doesn't hit.
Really? Okay. So, yeah, I'm even with cover. First one does hit, and you throw your weapon, and yeah, there's this kind of light clattering sound as you see a few chips of the things, like one of the bones, kind of just scatter along the ground. Yeah, you certainly seem to have its attention.
Woo.
Hold my beer. Okay. And that's it for Maya?
That's it.
Okay.
Un momento. 1 second. I want to see if I can do. I am going to do patient defense.
You're gonna what?
Patient defense.
But it's not your turn.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, that's right. I can't do a bonus
Yeah.
action. Dang it. No. Why are you asking me this question?
I mean, I don't know. Monk stuff. I don't know what you do. I mean, I kind of know what you do, but I don't really. Okay. So that brings us to the things. And so the one that you attacked is going to rapidly slither out from behind the pile of stones. And let us see. Actually, before it does that, I think it is going to. You see what looks like a small scrap of metal almost kind of levitate up in front of it. And you hear this kind of faint, reverberating, whispering sound. And the creature just sort of sways back and forth for a moment, seemingly fixated on you, Maya. And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Do I save?
I think you save.
Good.
So, yeah, you feel just for a second like your muscles are beginning to tense up, and you have difficulty moving, but you're able to shake it off and not suffer any ill effects here. So then the one that just dodged the bonfire is going to come out from behind its cover. And just propel its jaws towards you and attempt to bite you.
Woo.
But that is a 7 to hit, so I think you're able to dodge out of the way.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, there's just this clattering of bone on stone floor as it just tenses up and springs towards you, but you're able to duck out of the way, and you can see as it's kind of recoiling from the strike, there is a small amount of some kind of liquid, probably a venom of some sort, dripping from its fangs.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes. So Trogdor, what you doing?
Seeing Maya getting attacked by this giant bone creature, I'm going to dash my way on up. And I think that's all I can do right now.
Okay. So Togar.
Do I see anything dripping off the thing's fangs?
Cutting out.
Better?
So far.
Okay. Did I see stuff dripping off its fangs?
Make a perception check, because you're far away and it's not gushing.
Okay.
Probably not.
Alright, so first things first, where's my measuring tool? I'm gonna move my light up to about here. So I think it was 20, right? That I can move it?
Say there or one over, like one further to the right.
Let me check and see what my range on mage hand. Okay, I can move it 30. So it
Okay.
was here. It was right there, right?
Yeah, so it's move 15 to get to that point.
So I will move it to here.
You have to stay within 30 feet of it.
And I'm going to also move as well. So
Okay. We'll say it happens simultaneously.
yeah. So I'm gonna move 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And then I'm going to look at the thing and go, man, you're an ugly undead fish. And I'm going to throw a dagger at it. At this one.
Indeed. All right. 16. That will hit.
Okay. Do I get their sneak attack damage?
You do.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, so you just toss the deck. Well,
Yeah.
sling the dagger. It hits. You see actually a good portion of like a couple of the bones kind of crumbles and falls down to the ground.
Alright, I'm just going to recall my dagger to my hand, and that'll end my turn. since I did my bonus action to move the mage hand.
Okay. All right. So Bungdo, what are you doing?
All right. What's the measuring button again?
It's the thing up top left.
Like a little ruler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a little ruler.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
It really messes with everyone when I use my 45 speed first.
Especially when I got 20 speed.
Jeebus. Okay. Actually, I fucking do need to check. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use Produce Flame.
Summon your little fireball and chuck it toward the which one are you attacking? The one that's by Trogdor and
close.
Maya?
Closer one, yeah. I mean, one
Okay.
of the rocks in front of the other one.
All right. So yeah, you throw it, and Trogdor, for whatever reason, you just have this instinct that you should really duck, and yeah, a little tiny fireball just goes flying by where your head was just a second ago, and seems to pass harmlessly through the gaps in this creature's bones.
Whoa! Okay. That's essentially my turn.
All right. So back to Maya.
I have this lovely, disgusting creature right in front of me.
Lovely,
And
disgusting creature.
I'm going to try and knock off a bone with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Hits.
Doesn't even want to touch the snaky snake.
I'm gonna do it again.
You do it again.
And for my bonus action, I will take patient defense.
Okay. All right. Lilith still hanging back, doing caster stuff.
Eldritch Blast.
Let's see.
Raven Blast.
That there dark elf Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So it is going to, or she. I'm just so used to dealing with creatures.
Well, confirmed it.
Yeah, nope, definitely. All right, so you hear her kind of say something. You see her make like a little gesture, and suddenly the bonfire that had appeared behind the rocks to the left disappears, and a new one crops up directly below the one that Trogdor and Maya are in combat with. And so it needs to make a save, which it fails.
It is distracted.
Oof, that's good damage rolls too. One shy of max.
Damn.
All right, and you see like the entire kind of coil of this thing that's on the ground, kind of anchoring the body of the creature as it prepares to snap again at someone. The bones are just blackened, and you can see them beginning to kind of crumble at the base. This particular one is looking pretty rough already. So I believe that's going to be it for Lilith, which brings us to the creatures. And I think this one is going to try and attack Maya again.
It's gonna try.
disadvantage, correct?
Yepers.
Okay. All right, so with disadvantage, it rolls a 16 to hit.
No.
All right. Yeah. So it snaps at you, and again, you hear the uh, clacking as the jaws close just a few inches shy of you. Um, and it kind of resets. The other one.
I want to use my reaction.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I look down at my mace and then look back up at this creature and shout out, "Leave my friends alone!" I don't know why it's on disadvantage, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, worth noting that the mace is not glowing as you're in combat. You don't feel that same kind of radiant humming energy emanating from it that usually is there. But it is still a solid mace. Um,
Alright.
yeah. And yeah, it connects with this creature and deals just enough damage to compromise it to the point that it just collapses into a pile of mostly broken bones at this point.
Woo!
Okay. So then the other one. Let's see. Hmm. I think this one.
It's just gonna die.
It's going to do something. Okay. So it is going to fix its gaze upon Trogdor. Kind of just peeking around the corner here.
Just imagine a giant snake like peeking around a corner of a rock.
Yeah, you just kind of see just enough of the body of the snake kind of poking out from behind the corner to get line of sight on whatever it is that just killed its companion here. And okay. I need Trogdor to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. So you feel kind of in the back of your mind this overwhelming feeling of just guilt and futility. It seems to be basing itself in, well, recent events. And for a moment, it just feels like nothing you do will have any impact on the mission that your party is trying to achieve. But somehow you are able to fight through it and kind of put an end to those thoughts before they're really allowed to take hold. And you fight off the effects of the curse that this thing was trying to place on you.
Oh.
And with that, the creature is going to take one last look at you, turn around, and begin bolting deeper into the caverns.
Aww.
That's as far as it gets, though. So it is your choice as to whether you'd like to pursue it or just let it go.
Which direction did it run?
Away.
This way.
I can see like
Okay.
the edge of it. Let me see. Move there, there. Okay, I want to move that 20 feet closer. 3, 4, and I want to use my breath weapon on it.
Okay. Dex save. It does make the save, so it takes half damage.
No.
Okay.
All I can do.
All right. Togar.
All right. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to move the torch to there. And being that I am sharpshooter, I would like to take aim at the thing and I'm gonna you know what, I'm gonna whip out my thunder cannon and take
Uh-oh.
aim and take a shot at it.
Okay.
Shit.
So there's this massive reverberating boom as the cannon goes off, maybe just a little prematurely, shall we say. And before you're able to really take aim, and you just see this this burst of like rubble and dust kind of erupt from the far wall.
Yep. Well, that'll end my turn.
Maya winces and covers her ears.
Okay. Worth noting that as you hear that, you hear from deeper within the caverns just this series of shrieking screams. Just,
TP.
Oh, good.
It has friends.
So, Bungdo, what are you doing?
Well, obviously not having a long rest. I take it we're attacking the one that's close to us.
The one that's
The
closest
Um,
other's
is dead.
Yeah, the one by Maya is
Sorry,
dead.
not the dead one, but the next closest one, as opposed to the one shrieking in the distance.
Well, yes.
God damn it. Actually, I think I'll just check in. Alright, that's it.
Okay. Maya.
Ooh, get him.
I'm gonna hit him with my quarterstaff.
Hit him you do.
And again.
Not again.
Not again. I'm going to try and kick a bone out.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. It just goes scattering off somewhere in the up direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I think I want to do something else.
'Kay.
I think I want to hit it again
Okay.
with another kick, and I'm going to
Trip it.
make it succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or it'll be knocked prone.
What's the DC on that?
I believe it's 14. Plus, wait, 10 plus dexterity plus wisdom. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, I lied. 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom. So, yeah, 14.
Okay, it rolled a 15.
Dang it, I tried.
I'm just curious. How does a snake get knocked prone?
Carefully.
They do have spines. Can get knocked on its back.
All right. Cool. So yeah, this thing is not looking great. And I suppose Lilith is going to. Let's see.
Pop a proverbial cap in its ass.
Yeah, Lilith with her fucking ungodly dark vision can almost see it from there, if not for the cover. So let's see. That's easy enough. And from there, let the cap popping commence. That is. Let's see. Yeah, 2 beams. So. Blast. 1 hits, 1 does not.
Solid hit.
Solid hit. And for a second, you think this thing is going down, but somehow the bones are like shaking as they pull themselves back to a functional state and begin to turn and slither down the hallway. So it's going to just go ahead and say, fuck it, and carry on down the hall. So that means Maya gets an opportunity attack to finish this thing off.
Woo!
Bang boom.
Which she does. So how dost thou want to do this?
Punch him in the dick. Punch
I
him in the dick.
just kind of want to kick and have its head just kind of snap and fall off.
Okay, so yeah, as it's still kind of like regrouping from being hit with that last Eldritch Blast from Lilith, as it kind of regains its senses and begins to turn and run, it just turns and meets your foot
Yes.
mid-swing, mid-kick, and it just disconnects from the rest of the body, which scatters down to the ground. The head then kind of rolling in Trogdor and Bungdo's general direction.
Oh,
And that is that. So, here you are, once again, in this cavern, having just found, obviously, the hallway that this thing was going to flee down. You've heard other noises from deeper in the caves, but nothing seems to be on you just quite yet. So, say we're out of initiative, and you're free to do what you want.
I want to move over here and stealth.
Okay.
Think about stealth.
I see Maya just like peeking around the corner from my vantage point. I'm trying to be sneaky.
You might not even think I'm trying to be sneaky.
Fair enough.
Gonna move a couple ahead just so I can be in the front.
Okay.
I'm gonna reload my gun. And I will. Where was the screeching coming from? This way, or was it behind us?
It sounded like it was from somewhere down that hallway that the Naga, well, Bone Naga, you now know, was headed toward. I mean, your characters don't know, but you know.
Okay. Cool. Well, they're all looking at that. I'm gonna walk over to this thing and inspect it.
Okay.
It's on
Mainly,
fire.
I want to inspect its fangs, and being that it's a somewhat undead creature, I want to see if it has any poison coming out of the fangs.
Okay. Yeah, I guess go ahead and make. I mean, really, it'd probably be more of a nature check, because this is still a biologically based thing. So. Yeah, I mean, there's maybe a little dribble of something on one of the fangs, but not enough to be considered worth like attempting to harvest if that's what you're going for.
I'm going to take out my axe hammers, which I still happen to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just kind of like tip the skull on its side. I'm gonna just try to knock the fangs that have any poison on them out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check to kind of harvest the fangs without mauling them.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so you get the two most prominent fangs out of the thing. Relatively good shape.
Once I get them out, can I look and see if is it hollow in the middle?
Like inside, like the middle of the fang.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are like little kind of canals or whatever you would want to call them that look like they would be kind of the means by which you would deliver venom with these things.
Is there any venom left in them?
Not a significant amount. I mean, like it's more discoloration from like being able to see that at one point there was venom passing through these.
All right. I'll pull out a vial and did I get both fangs or just one?
Yeah.
All right. I'll pull out 2 vials and I will put a fang in each one and seal it.
Okay. And these are each Naga fangs.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Anything else anybody would like to do here?
Quick prayer to Bahamut. Save our
Okay.
keysters so we can save the world.
I'm just listening intently to see if I hear any more noises.
All right. Make a perception check. Yeah, you don't hear anything. So, yeah, just tensely awaiting something to come barreling down on you. Is that kind of the idea here?
Pretty much.
All right. Hmm.
Don't we need to go to the left? So up this way?
Well, when there's an opportunity to go up that way.
Before the giant boss attacks.
Yeah, so you wait for, a few minutes. Turns into like 15, 20. There doesn't seem to be anything coming for you.
I relax and look at the skeleton creature thingy.
Okay.
I say we should start moving up.
Go ahead. I'll follow you.
Alright, just bring the light. I can't see much further.
I will follow him at a 30-foot distance with Mage Hand holding the torch directly above his head.
See
Okay.
you there. Just staring into the abyss of darkness.
I am
I'll
this far
follow
away
you.
from him with the torch above him.
The noise was coming from over there.
Yeah. Okay. So, moving up.
Whee!
I will with him at least.
I need to,
Alright.
like,
Yeah, well, I'm going to take you out of the map for a second here.
oh,
Gotta set us up for the next boss battle.
If you think that was about a boss battle, you have no idea.
No, I know.
Okay, so as you press on deeper into the caves, you find yourselves in another kind of damp and dripping stone corridor that goes on for about 50, 60 feet before opening up into another large chamber. You can see from this chamber, from your vantage point as you're entering, there. Well, let's see what you can see, actually. It's kind of a big room. You can see that straight ahead of you, the room seems to go on out of sight, beyond your visual range. To the right, there looks to be some sort of path branching out from the room. That's about all you can really make out. Seems like a large open chamber from, at first glance from the, threshold, so to speak.
we need to stick going to the left.
Okay.
So that's the plan. You guys continue on. Are you all like moving in formation, by the way?
Are we in the front?
Probably.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm behind Trogdor.
Okay.
I'm staying 30 feet back. Just mage hand holding the torch above the group.
Cool.
Just for sake of it, my mage hand only lasts, I think, a minute. Can I just essentially recast
Yeah.
it every minute?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Without dropping it?
Yeah, just catch it.
Yeah.
Cast it quick enough that
Yeah.
you catch the light.
Just raise it up as it's about to fade, and then the torch starts to drop, and you just cast it again. Just
I'm
Got it.
actually like juggling the torch with mage hand.
Make sure you don't put it out.
I'm not.
Or drop it in the back of my armor where my neck is?
I've got a
All
plus
right,
9 to sleight of hand, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Okay, so the plan is try and find some path that leads to the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's no path to the left, it goes straight until there is.
Okay. All right, so you venture deeper into this cavernous chamber, and yeah, it just seems like a big open cave. As you get toward the back wall, you notice two things. First of all, kind of dead center ahead of you, as you're still kind of just walking in from the room where you fought the Nagas. You see hanging on the wall a massive, probably 30-foot wide by 50-foot tall tapestry depicting a number of ancient legendary creatures. You see some vaguely humanoid shape up depicted in the clouds, raining down lightning bolts upon a battlefield that's occupied by various colors and races of dragon and titan and that sort of thing. You see a kraken emerging from the sea to swallow up one enemy. Some other creature just rising up taller than a mountain out of the ground.
Charybdis.
They're not all
And-
seafaring creatures, are they?
No.
Okay.
No, there's everything from up in the skies to underground to underwater to like any uh, type of beast that you can, well, not beast, any type of epic legendary creature that you could recall hearing tales about, um, can probably be found on this massive tapestry.
Muhammad's avatar?
I mean, there are a lot of dragons on this thing.
Is it? You said it's a tapestry, so is that something that's like attached to the wall, is where we could take it down?
It is attached to the wall. It's hanging, like kind of secured. You can see there are like tie lines of some sort that seem to have spikes driven into the wall that hold it aloft. It's essentially, think of it as kind of a combination of a wall banner, but with the heft and consistency of like a carpet.
I'm going to bring the mage hand down, take the torch from it, give it my dagger. I'm gonna go up there and cut all the tie lines and take the tapestry down.
What's the dimensions of the tapestry?
50 feet tall by 30 feet wide.
Oh god, I don't know that I can actually... I will retract that. I'm gonna throw daggers at the tie lines. Because mage hand can't get that high.
Okay.
So...
We'll say, maybe it takes a couple tries, but you're able to do it.
And once it falls, I would like to roll it up and look over at Maya and say, do we have room for this?
Will it fit in the mouth of the bag?
Let's see. So, just so we're aware, this is about 1,500 pounds of tapestry.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a big art mural.
I don't think he can roll that up by himself.
I don't think we're taking that anywhere. It's too heavy. Probably carry it out of here on our way out after we stop whatever this is.
Can we even carry it out of here?
I mean, maybe if you were like able to assure that you wouldn't be accosted by undead or whatever else lives here, like feasibly, you could make it happen. Trogdor is pretty strong. You've got some strong party members, but
Can I
certainly not
Arcana check
something.
it?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
You are not picking up any magical auras or anything emanating from the tapestry.
That's the only thing in this room?
Well, that was the first thing you noticed. The second thing you noticed was there does appear to be an exit off to your left.
I kind of feel bad about cutting it down now, because I was enjoying looking at it, but... oh well.
Just roll it out on the floor and look at it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just, like, find a... Not really a corner of the room, but... Yeah, I'm gonna, like, just kind of, like, see if I can just drag it into, like, a corner and unroll it.
Okay. Yeah, that would be feasible. Like, off to your right, there's kind of a little bit of an indentation into the wall, like just enough to form a little bit of an alcove. And yeah, maybe with a little help, you can drag the thing over and at least roll it out so as to be visible again.
Is there anything creature that stands out on it at all?
All of them.
Yeah, I mean they're all these epic legendary creatures of what most people consider to be just fairy tales. I mean, there's kind of an acknowledged agreement of yes, dragons exist or existed at least.
The Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls treatment.
Kinda, yeah. But as far as the other things, I mean, you know, sure, we all agree that there are gods and they can grant magic, but you know, like you never see the physical embodiment of some being up in the clouds chucking lightning bolts down at its foes, or you know, krakens are kind of again considered to be like the stuff of sea legends.
Are there any big demons on there?
Make a religion check. I mean, there are lots of creatures to be seen here. Okay. You can see on kind of the land-based portion of this tapestry, there is this looks to be a chasm that's just been carved into the ground, and reaching out from it and spilling out are a number of creatures. Lots of them kind of deformed and just twisted in nature. And these seem to be representations of what you know to be a few different types of demons.
I'll look back to Lilith and say, hey Lilith, do you recognize anything on here? Maybe something you might have seen that the rest of us haven't?
Let's see. I
Or
mean,
one
she
of
looks
those
at
mind
it.
flayers, especially.
She looks at it, and she doesn't seem to pick anything out beyond kind of the scope of what you guys have heard described in you know, legends and myths and fairy tales.
No mind flayer.
No.
There was nothing behind the tapestry, was there?
Well, if you look at the wall, you don't see anything particularly out of the ordinary about it.
We should probably just keep going then.
Yeah. It seems weird that there's just a giant hanging tapestry in this room.
Maya is still gazing at it because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like awesome, not awesome.
Yeah, not like epic, but epic.
Or as my dad would say, epic.
Yeah, your dad would say that. I've seen it.
Christ, epics.
All right. So yeah, after you know maybe taking another moment or two to take in the beautiful work of art that you stumbled across down here, you continue on to the left as suggested, and you come immediately to what looks like another intersection of sorts. Kind of a T intersection this time. You have the option to go right or to go left. Before we get too wrapped up in which direction you're going, let me kind of describe what you're seeing here. So as you kind of leave the tapestry room, you see the floor of this area kind of begins to be cluttered and in sections, almost hidden by what at first looks like a very coarse gravel. As you go further, and it's practically impossible to avoid kicking or stepping in some of the stuff, you feel that it's not really consistent with what you would know as gravel, and it's not such a drastic leap that I would even make you roll for it, but you get the impression that the ground up chunky debris here littering the floor is shards of bone. You can also see across the kind of corridor from you, about 40 feet from where you kind of come across this intersection, is another tapestry. Slightly smaller in size than the one that you just left, but this one, again, it depicts a large-scale battle. This one seemingly between a number of humanoid races and what you can see as a number of chromatic dragons. You can even see rifts that seem to have opened up in the midst of the skies in this battlefield scene. And in one of these portals or rifts in particular, you can see a dragon just in the process of emerging and joining the fray.
You said they're chromatic, so they're colored.
That's offensive, but yes.
Well, I mean, they're not like metal dragons. They're like blue,
Correct.
black, green.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any like more prevalent colors than others?
I mean, not in terms of like numbers or anything, but you notice the red and white dragons seem to be a bit larger, just kind of as a general rule. It looks like they're built more for those physical types of encounters.
Gotcha. And then the humanoids, does it look like it's an army?
Yeah, so the scene that you see here is this, it looks like a coastal desert area. And as the...
Do I recognize it?
Make a history check.
The deserty area?
Yeah.
Can I do that as well?
Yeah, you can. Trogdor can roll this with advantage, actually. Alright. So I would say the way this probably works out is Maya kind of looks over at Trogdor, and around the same time they kind of mouth, Yordhall.
My home.
Wait, what? Your home's a desert?
Yordhall is on the continent to the east, where I'm from.
You know, easternly direction.
Look at me, west.
I guess I saw it in books.
I know, but your
So it would
home's a
seem.
desert? I didn't know that.
The town is there, in the desert.
I like desert places.
But I meant west, not east.
Can I
Yeah.
make a history check to see if I can recognize where the place was in the last tapestry we passed? Or would I have not recognized it at all?
I'd let you roll for it. Okay. The battlefield in that tapestry was, it almost seemed like a montage of various things, various locations. Judging by kind of the appearance of some of them, you could kind of gather that maybe some of the more, I guess, temperate-looking scenes could very well have taken place in, like, the rolling hills of Acuria, the continent that you're on. You know, maybe the plains to the southeast of where you are, just like north of the capital. There were also some kind of snowy landscapes that, I mean, your first association there is kind of the northern reaches of Acuria, but you know that the continent to the northeast, known as Skildor, is also about half like frozen kind of biome, and so it could have been some of those could have taken place there as well. As far as the ocean stuff, it's kind of difficult to tell. I mean, you didn't see any palm trees, so I guess that eliminates something. But yeah,
Okay.
that's probably about what you would glean from it.
Okay. How big is this tapestry that we're looking at?
Still pretty big. It's this one's probably 20 feet wide by 30 feet tall.
Damn. Still too big. Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna leave this one up.
Okay.
I'm gonna look behind it though.
All right. Cool. So yeah, you kind of trudge through the shards of bone that litter the ground, and just kind of pull the tapestry out from the wall a little bit, peek behind. Doesn't seem like there's anything back there.
When you say it doesn't seem,
And you can make a check if you want. Like, what are you looking for? Like some kind of trap door or something?
yeah, just like
Okay.
a safe trapdoor. I'm a rogue. I'm looking for.
Yeah, go ahead
shit
and
to
make an
steal.
investigation check.
Okay.
Pretty confident there's nothing there.
Okay. I'll look back at the rest. Meh, nothing here. Does the rock look like it's worked stone, or is it just like natural made tunnels?
Nothing here looks to be worked other than the obvious like works of art, like the tapestries you've come across, and probably the spikes in the pit that you traversed a while back.
Yeah. So it seems all natural for the most part.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing I'm gonna try to like kick some of the bones away and see how deep the bone shards go.
Okay. Yeah, so you kick some away, and once you get to kind of like this middle area of the room, or beyond it to like where the tapestry is, the coverage of bone shards on the ground is probably a good 3 to 4 inches.
And is it like that? I'm gonna try to like clear a path by the edge of the thing. I just want to see kind of how the bones are laid and essentially how the floor is like of this tunnel.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the floor underneath the scattering of bones seems to be the same like variety and consistency of stone that you've been walking on your whole way through the tunnels this far.
Okay. I'll look back and say, well, everything appears to be natural still, other than the bones in this tapestry.
Make sure there's no sudden deep spots that we step in underneath these. Be careful where you step.
Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah, I mean if somebody wants to kind of take the lead and just scope things out, make sure there aren't any pitfalls or anything, I'd let you make a check for it.
I mean, I could do that with Mage Hand. I just can't hold the torch
Good.
and do that.
I can hold the torch temporarily.
Alright, I'll give him the torch and I'll use my 30-foot walking stick, essentially.
All right. Yeah, so you're just kind of like, I imagine just kind of waving the hand like skimming along the top of the bones to kind of clear things off and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so go ahead and let's call it another investigation check. You're kind of looking for intentional traps here. Okay. Yeah, so you continue on, kind of minesweepering it with your mage hand. There are what look to be a couple of narrow but deep holes in the floor that do seem to be situated in such a way as to maybe catch the unwitting traveler in the tunnels.
How wide?
Not more than like 6 to 8 feet.
I'm gonna look and see if I can see what's down there.
Bones. Lots
just-
and lots of bones.
It's just filled with bones.
Yeah.
Nothing else in there other than bones, right?
I mean, if you'd like to kind of dig through, search for something, I'd allow that. Would you make a check?
Okay, yeah,
I
I'll do
would
that.
recommend.
What was that?
What, are you doing with the mage hand from a distance?
Yeah.
Okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
I'm just kind of like digging stuff out with Mage Hand.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of shovel out bits of bone a little bit at a time. After 3-4 scoops, you've got a good little pile going kind of next to the little hole here, and you go and send the mage hand down again, and as you scoop up another handful of bones, there's this sudden squeaking sound as a number of, large for insects, but not large in the posing a threat way, kind of begin to just skitter up from the hole and kind of run for cover. They don't even pay you as people any mind. They just kind of dart across the room and into whatever cracks and crevices they can find.
Can I try to catch one with Mage Hand?
Sure. Go ahead and make I guess it's kind of like a grapple check, so go ahead and make an athletics check for your mage hand. Okay, and let's see what these guys would roll. Okay, yeah, so you quickly drop the handful of bones that you've got and swipe with your mage hand, and you manage to snag one of these things.
I'm gonna bring it over to me and see what it is.
Okay. So, what you see?
I'll show Bungdo too, just because I know he's more naturey than I am.
Can I do a nature check?
Sure.
I have to reopen my sheet. All right. Nature.
Okay. So, yeah, Bungdo, you'd probably recognize these as very, very young, kind of larval stage carrion crawlers.
Do they taste good?
It's a good question. You probably haven't tried baby carrion crawler before.
What's a carrion crawler, Bungdo?
Bungdo explains what a carrion crawler is in a very narrative voice.
All right. Let me page through Bungdo's memories here and give you a very narrative-sounding description of what a carrion crawler is. All right. So, essentially what Bungdo would know is that carrion crawlers, they're typically a hell of a lot bigger than what you see here. Probably about the same size as those bone nagas you fought a couple rooms back. They look like this kind of cross between like a centipede and a maggot.
Ugh.
They have these tentacle-like appendages that kind of sprout out from around where their mouths are, kind of front of the head kind of situation.
In the Underdark campaign, didn't we fight those?
You did fight, I think, one of them, maybe two. But yeah, they scour putrid flesh from the carcasses of things that fall into their domains, and aggressively attack any creature that trespasses on their territory.
Alright, I look back and I say, well, it sounds like these holes might be full of carrion crawlers. So let's avoid the fuck out of these holes if we can. Because, yeah.
Keep on going to the left and avoid the holes.
Okay.
So I am doubling my sweeping with my mage hand to uncover at least the top of these holes. And I'm also going to fill that hole that I dug back in.
Okay.
First, I'm going to throw the... How big is the larva carrion crawler?
Probably about 4 inches long.
Can I put it in a vial?
You might have to squeeze it a little bit, but could work.
Okay, I'm going to squish it into a vial.
Okay. So yeah, you have what looks like kind of a pudgy maggot centipede hybrid thing in a bottle.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just put it in my bag.
Put it in
Okay.
3 bugs. I hate bugs.
So, I will... I guess let's continue on. Just be careful.
Maya just shrugs.
She ain't scared of no bugs.
Not really.
Okay. So, let's see here. All right. So you continue on, carefully scoping out the path ahead, looking for pitfalls and whatnot, and you continue on, coming to another kind of fork in the path. This one kind of a Y intersection, and from here you can actually see the path to the right terminates probably 50 feet down from where you're looking at it.
Still bones and everything everywhere?
The further you get from the area with the legendary battle tapestry thing, the less dense the bones seem to get until when you reach this intersection. It's just about they've just about kind of subsided.
Looks like we dodged a bullet there, guys.
Or a few.
Yeah. Alright. So, to the right
Unless
it
they
just
come
ends.
up from behind us.
Is Lilith kind of sticking back a little ways and keeping watch?
Yeah, I'm kind of playing it as she's maintaining kind of that, 20 to 30 foot back distance, like what Togar was doing.
Okay. So, is there anything notable in the right hand side, or is it just a dead end?
This looks like a dead end.
Okay, I look back to the group. So it's left again, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll peek around the left-hand side. Do I see anything down that way?
Yeah, as you kind of peek through there, you see almost immediately another intersection. Like this hallway goes for all of 30 feet, and you see another Y intersection, much like the one you're at.
Alright, I'm gonna sneak up ahead and take a look at the new intersection and see which way, take a look at the pathways.
All right, both of these pathways stretch seemingly straight, on in the direction that they start in. Both of them extending far beyond your line of sight.
Okay, I'll look back and say, well, we just gotta keep making lefts after this, right?
We've taken, what, 3 so far?
I mean, it's right, left, left, left.
I couldn't remember if there's 4 or 5.
Well, it's just a bunch of lefts until we get to where we need to go.
Unless there's more path at the end and we didn't find the rest of the directions.
I know it's
Well,
right, left,
that-
left,
We might
left.
as well keep going left if we're going the wrong way anyways.
Okay. So I will, I'm gonna just scout just a little ways down the left hand. Not too far, maybe 30 feet down it.
I'm gonna go as well, but I'll stick 15 feet back.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
tell him, stay back, keep me out of the torchlight so I can see better.
Oh, stick 20 feet back then.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you press on down this left path, and looks like this kind of opens up into another large chamber. You can hear kind of slow, steady dripping sound from a little further back. You can see now, as you walk most of the way in, there is yet again a pair of choices for you to, well, choose from, as you do with choices. And again, both of these paths seem to stretch out for quite a distance. If you were to guess, you'd say the path to the right probably runs parallel to what would have been the right path at the previous intersection.
But the left path seems to be curving. Like every left, we're curving off of that.
Yeah, so for map orientation purposes, your left choice here would take you north. Your right choice here would take you northeast.
So we're coming. Can I? Is it not? Oh. So we're coming like this, and it branches off, and then it branches off again, and then it branches off again. Something like that.
Let's see.
I mean, obviously, it may not be as curved as that, but
Yeah, I mean that's kind of close. I would actually take that one off
oh, okay.
and kind of turn the right choice for that last fork a little more to the right, so that the left one is going straight north. But yeah, once if you were to do that, you'd have a pretty good representation.
So it's like that then, and then north.
Yeah, like the left path leads north.
Gotcha. So that. And then the next one, it branches off and still continues north.
So what you've got drawn there is kind of the extent of the path you just chose plus the next one. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I gotcha.
What?
So, all right. Yeah, I guess we should just keep going north then.
Let's go.
Okay. So you press on, this time for considerably longer. This is probably a good 120 to 150 feet of just straight, well, as straight as a natural cavern gets, straight pathway. And once again, opens up into another cavern, seemingly only with one exit this time. Go ahead and, let's see. Actually, I'm going to roll a thing.
Of course.
Why is that?
What?
Oh, okay.
Just because of the number of turns you've made and all that sort of thing. There doesn't seem to be any exit in sight. I mean, there's a path that seems to go deeper into the cave. But yeah, this seems to be where the directions have taken you.
This- well, I will say that.
Wait,
This-
say what?
This is where the directions leave off.
Is there a straight path through here?
Well, you can see better than me. I think so.
Make a perception check.
All right.
Okay.
The blind
So-
person sees all.
Yeah, there only seems to be one exit from this chamber. The whole chamber kind of bends around to your left. One other thing you do pick up on is there are a number of like loose bits of debris and rock in this room.
I'll look at how big is the cavern that we're coming into.
Let's see. About 50 by 100.
All right, I'll look back at Lilith and say, do you want to send your Raven to scout ahead?
Yeah, she could probably do that.
As is the usual. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah. All right. So she does that. Let's see. I think. Yeah. So she does that. You know, you see her senses kind of leave her for a second as the Raven takes off deeper into the caverns. It's not all that long before the Raven returns, and Lilith, kind of shaking out of her, semi-present state, tells you that it looks like this path kind of ends about 2 chambers forward. There's another large room ahead, and around the corner from there, another one, and in that room, it looks like there are a few more ogre zombies. But that's about it.
Other than that, it just ends.
Mm-hmm.
We were sent on a wild goose chase.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we could go fight the ogres and see.
Maybe there's
Was-
something hidden in that room that your Raven can't see.
Yeah, we should
Yeah,
definitely check it out.
How thorough did you look?
Well, the Raven didn't exactly land anywhere.
So it's just kind of a cursory glance.
Yeah.
How many ogre zombies?
Looked like 3.
Okay, yeah, let's go down there and at the very least take care of them.
All right.
So I'm still gonna proceed cautiously, but looking around, all that.
Okay.
We should definitely look through the first chamber before we go into the other one with the ogres.
Well, yeah. I planned on it.
So are you saying look around at in the chamber where the directions ended, or like the next one that sits between that chamber and the ogres?
Yeah.
All of
Both.
them.
Yeah. I want to
Okay.
kind of look around and see what I see, see what we see.
All right. Cool. So then anybody who wants to look around, I guess you want to start with the one where the directions left off, or you just want to kind of push toward the ogres and
No, we'll
come
start
back
with
around.
the. I mean, I'm gonna start from where we are now. I want to look around, see what I
Okay.
can see.
All right. Anybody who would like to do that, go ahead and make a perception check.
I do an investigation check to look for any hidden doors.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Woo!
You thought you found a door.
Okay. So, all right. You're looking around, and I mean, there's lots of like loose debris, rubble, rocks, kind of piled in various places in this room. And Togar, you're probably poking through one pile of rocks over in one corner. Maya's just peering around, looking to see if there's any visible signs of like I don't know anything secretive that somebody would keep instructions for, right?
Yeah.
And Trogdor is probably like looking around, feeling around at the walls and stuff. And almost by coincidence, as Trogdor turns around from like searching for some kind of hidden door or something, a little glint of something catches his eye. Almost like something inside of a pile of rocks just happened to catch the light just so and reveal itself.
I want to go over to it,
Okay.
gently inspect it before clearing away any rocks.
All right. So yeah, you kind of like peek inside, see what you can see. It looks like a relatively new wooden chest.
Call over Togar to investigate for traps.
I'm gonna
It's a
come.
mimic.
I'm gonna come over and. Would I have heard about mimics before?
Everybody's like, no, this is too easy.
Well, I'm just like being who I am. Would I have heard of a thing called a mimic before?
Make a history check. Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna say, Trogdor, back up. Everybody, let's back up about 30 feet or so. And I'm going to just pull the rock out of my pocket, and I'm just gonna like whip it at the side of the chest. I mean, it's a fairly new chest. A rock's not gonna really do a whole lot of damage. I want to see if I can get it to, see what it'll do.
Yeah. So at this point, the chest is still like mostly buried under like bits of stone, and there's just a little bit of it visible. And after Togar like kind of ushers everybody away, throws the rock at it, it just kind of bounces off.
Okay. I will use Mage Hand to clear off the rocks that are on it.
Okay.
Again, from 30 feet away.
All right. So yeah, like a bomb squad, you're anxiously watching as the the mage hand just, with almost like the precision and care of like an archaeologist, just kind of dusts it off very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cleaner now.
All right. I'm going to attempt to pick the lock from, or well, I guess I'll attempt to see if it's locked. Is there a lock on it?
There is a kind of an integrated lock on it, like part of the latching mechanism of the lid, but it seems to be open, unlocked.
All right. I'm gonna open it up with Mage Hand then.
Okay.
I want to stick the handle part of the torch in the back of my armor so it's poking out the top. So I can use my weapon again.
Okay. Yeah, so you flip the lid of the chest back, and you're 30 feet away, so go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. I'm also gonna fist like whatever's inside with Mage
Like
Hand.
punch?
No, like just kind of as soon as I open it up, I'm just gonna stick the hand down in there.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So yeah, you flip the lid back, and you're kind of like, peeking over, trying to see what's in there, and you send the mage hand down, and you just hear the, like, clinking and jingling and grinding of coins.
I'm gonna pull the Mage Hand up, taking a handful of whatever's in there.
Okay. Are you just, like, looking at what's in the mage hand, or?
Well, I'm gonna like lift it up and like kind of see if I can see with the hand, like kind of palm up, open, and
Okay.
see what's in it.
Yeah, looks like a pretty good assortment of mostly silver, though there's a good bit of gold, a little bit of copper, and a little bit of platinum in there.
All right, I'll say, well, stay back, guys. I'm still not convinced. I'll bring the money over to me, and I'm gonna inspect. Just pull a single piece of, we'll say, platinum, and inspect it.
Okay. I guess. I mean, let's call it. This is tricky. Let's call this. What do you use for your stone cunning stuff?
It's history.
Okay, that's fine.
You want me to do the stone cunning?
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, basically that. I mean, it's similar. Yeah, seems fine. Seems like real, Akirian, Akarantian money that you've, had plenty of experience with.
All right. I'll say okay. Charger, you want to go up with me to get a closer inspection?
Yeah. When we get up close to it, I'll poke it with the mace.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Arcana check it while he's poking it.
The money or the chest?
The chest.
Yeah.
Kogar.
All right. So yeah, the two of you then are approaching. Walk up, and yeah, as you draw closer, I mean, there is a lot of stuff here. I mean, you'd probably have to take a minute and at least, take like a short rest to figure out how much gold you're dealing with, but it's quite a bit.
Okay.
Let's see. And as Trogdor, are you like poking, or are you like whacking at it, or what's the?
I want to stick my arm straight out with the mace pointing straight out, like I'm pointing at it, but I'm gonna touch the head of the mace against the chest and just kind of push it a little bit to see if it reacts.
Okay.
I think I have detect traps.
I think you do too.
Yeah. So you do that, and it doesn't seem to react in any way other than I mean, it's
The gold
Yeah.
melts.
right. No, it seems fine.
I stick the mace inside and push the change around.
Stir in the pot with the mace.
I look over at Trogdor.
Not even the
and-
coins, the change.
I look over at Trogdor and just kind of shake my head and say, I think it's fine. But I do want to Arcana check it.
All right. Well, as Trogdor is stirring in the coins and everything, the mace like sinks down a little bit, and you feel there's some other stuff in there with these coins.
So, Trogdor, don't break whatever's in there.
I'm being careful. I holster my weapon and then I'll sweep the coin side to side and clear over what's whatever I bumped into.
Okay. So as you kind of push things aside, you find two small, kind of like a crushed velvet, two pouches made of that material, and a small wooden box.
I want to take them out.
I'll say, hey, I can tell you what's in there if it's magical at least.
Alright, let me get this out first though. See what's inside.
All right. Oh, I can do a thing. I didn't even realize I could do a thing. I'm gonna do this thing. I forgot I
Okay.
can do that.
Okay.
So I will use a spell slot to do that.
Cool. All right. So, what you pick up on?
And as a test, I look at
Is-
Trogdor.
I mean, does Trogdor have anything magical? I mean, I guess,
Nice.
yeah, you'd pick up on the mace. It is technically magical, but not like arcane magic. It's divine. Yeah, okay. So you look at the contents of the chest, and one of the bags doesn't seem to emanate anything magical. Magical. The other one, you get kind of a vague aura of illusion magic.
Illusion magic.
Yeah.
All right. I assume Trouder's got them in his hands at this point.
The box and the bags.
Okay.
Pull them out and step about 10 feet away and set them on the ground and sit down with them.
All right.
Okay.
I'll point at the one and say, well, that one's not magical, and then I'll point at the other and say that one has illusion magic in it. So, if you want me to, I can take a look at that.
I want to open up.
I'm gonna sit down and start sifting through the gold and see if there's anything else in there. Or I
Okay.
guess not sit down, but I'm gonna approach the chest and see if there's anything else.
Okay.
What about the box?
What now?
The box that he pulled out, is that magical?
You get kind of a muddled magical aura from that, almost like there are two things that are close enough to be practically overlapping.
Okay.
Open up the magic-y bag first.
Okay. Inside of the magic-y bag, you find a decent quantity, probably, if the bag is like, think of like a normal sized dice bag. If it's about one of those full, that's probably what you're looking at, of just some kind of dust.
Oh!
Wait,
I heard of dust of disappearance before.
let me.
You could make a history check.
Oh!
Yep. Yeah, you have.
Check it. I hand it over to Togar.
Alright, I'll tie the bag back up and say, well, let's open this box first, and then I will sit down with this dust and see what it is.
Alright, hand him the bag and then I open up the box.
Okay. Yeah, the box opens pretty easily. It's a pretty nicely crafted little thing. Inside of it, you find looks like 2 vials of different liquids.
I'll let him inspect those as well, and then I'll open up the other remaining bag.
Alright, I guess I'll just sit down and start casting Identify as a ritual on all this shit. Starting with the powder, and then I'll do each of the vials.
Okay. Let's see here.
And
So,
now that we're pretty much doing a short rest,
yeah.
once
basically.
I'm done seeing if there's anything, I'll just start counting coins.
Okay, that's cool. So in the non-magical bag, Trogdor, you find about a dozen small gems,
Ooh.
various types, lots of, like a rainbow of different colors. 12 of them, each of which you estimate to be worth about 50 gold.
Nice.
So you gotta have a dice bag worth of gems.
Yeah, kinda.
We can definitely add this all up and split it amongst the group.
We should carve all of those gems up into 20-sided equal figures and put numbers on them.
Yes. And then we can market it in Strasza to people.
Yes! I pull out my book and scribble down an idea. Put my book
Starting
away.
up a D&D house in D&D.
Alright.
All right. So let's see. We've got some identifying going on, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, the dust is indeed dust of disappearance.
Alright.
This is 5 uses of it.
Okay. And what exactly is dust of disappearance?
Please hold. Oh, I want to let me show you this. You might be able to look it up in the compendium. Will it let you do that?
Let's see. Yes, I can.
There you go.
Oh, yep, yeah.
Yep. So the dust in the air, you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. Duration is the same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed when its magic takes effect.
Okay, so it's basically a cast of invisibility for 2d4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will tie the bag up and hand it to Trogdor and say, well, you can have this. I'm not going to... You guys can figure out who wants it. I don't need it.
We could use it as a group thing.
Oh, I know, but I don't need it. I have spells for this.
Okay.
So, and actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna grab a platinum, and I think... I know Artificer can do it. I don't know if I can do it yet. But I think Artificer can put spells into items. I'll have to look that up.
Alright. What are the vials? Potion-y things.
Is that stuff getting identified too?
Yeah, I'll just go straight into that.
Alright. So yeah, you take a look at those one at a time. First one, I think our players are familiar with it, but the characters might not be. This is a sticky black unguent. It's thick and heavy in the container. It flows quickly when poured. It
Oil
is
of slipperiness.
oil of slipperiness.
Alright. I will,
Does Bungdo overhear that?
I will tell the group. This is oil of slipperiness. Yeah.
Bungdo is familiar with it.
Okay.
Why am I not surprised? That's Togar saying that.
Bungdo offers a platinum for it.
Here you go.
Not Maya, but Becca wonders why he is. What use did he use it for?
By the way,
Oh, reasons.
I now have 69 platinum.
I know.
That's appropriate.
Yes, I believe I know exactly what Bungdo uses Potion of Slipperiness for, or Oil of Slipperiness. So I will give it to him.
Okay.
And I will
The
gladly-
other
I use
one-
it to oil my vials. They close
course.
better. It seals better. Jesus. Get your
Course.
heads out of the ditch.
Well, hey, I said I knew what it is, so or I knew what you do with it. So I will take that platinum.
All right. The other mysterious liquid is a potion of greater healing.
Ooh.
I think Trogdor needs that because I have to fucking heal him all the time, anyways.
You know, I would say he probably should, but he tends to get hit a lot, or at least
Is
attacked.
that my job?
Yeah, but you also tend to fall down a lot. Wouldn't want it to get crushed.
I can take it, because I can always give it to him.
That's exactly what I was gonna say too. let's give it to somebody who doesn't get hit as often. So let's give it to Maya.
Potion of greater healing.
And how much money did your count up?
All right. Is Becca ready for this?
Okay, I gotta go.
I'm writing
See
it
if
all
I'll-
down on a notepad.
Buffy.
Give me the money.
All right. I guess we'll go from large denomination to small denomination.
Just remember, I'm just gonna type this into the group treasury. So give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
You find 130 platinum, 2,000 gold,
Damn.
7,000 silver, and 400 copper.
good chunk of.
How is the bag of holding looking? Is it getting kind of stuffed?
Give me a second. I need to do some multiplication.
Okay, all good. I'm gonna inspect the chest and the box too. That the chest and then the box that the healing potions were in, or the
Okay.
potions. Are they finely crafted?
Yeah, they're both pretty nicely made. Both of them look reasonably well maintained. Like they don't look like they belong in this dingy old cavern system. That's for sure.
Good. I'm just gonna take the box, stick it in my bag, and I'll. How big is the chest? Is it like big?
It's pretty big. I mean, you know, it housed almost 10,000 coins plus, you know, the box with the potions and 2 other like dice bag size things.
How much is that chest worth, roughly?
That is a good question.
Tolgar, inspect it. You're good with metals and stuff.
I can't fit all these coins in the bag of holding.
You can't.
No,
I can carry
I'm
some.
over by 20 pounds.
Well, I'll just kind of walk over to Bungdo and just reach in the bag, like kind of reach in their bag and pull out 20 pounds worth of rope and just cut it, and say, "There, now we can keep some in here."
Okay. To answer Brown's question not too long ago, or I can't even remember. People asking about containers.
Yeah.
Whoever asked about the chest.
Me.
Yeah, it can hold about 300 pounds of gear. It's 12 cubic feet. But, you know, even with the fine craftsmanship and stuff, it's probably worth about 10 gold.
Oh, jeez.
So what are we doing to fit all this money somewhere?
We can put some in Bungdo's bag of holding.
Give him all the copper.
I don't know. I'll give Bungdo 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
How much does a coin weigh?
Dang it, that's still too much. Oh, wait. No, it can just fit.
We need to get another bag.
Well,
This is awesome. So I opened Bungdo's bag of holding. You know what the description and note section says?
a fuck ton of rope.
Contains an absolute fuckload of rope.
Okay, I knew it was close to that. Let's see. Well, do you have any rope in your bag, Maya? You can give that to me. I can probably hold some rope.
Yeah, I have 20 pounds of rope.
Yeah, you want to give that to me? I can just wrap it around me.
Well, if you give me the rope, then I don't have to give Bungdo the 1,000 gold.
Or you mean if you give me the rope?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to give me the rope.
I mean, I could just give you the rope.
Okay.
But I like having a rope in my bag.
Well, if you want to have the rope in your bag, that's fine.
I want the rope.
Well,
But
here's a question. Why don't we dump the water barrel out? We don't need 83 pounds worth of water barrel.
Yeah, no, we
Just
don't.
dump like half of the water out.
Oh, we could just drink some of the water.
Yeah,
That's
I'm gonna pull the mini keg out and take a drink of some. That was the.
The Algotsson.
Yeah, is that still good?
Yeah, I mean it's a little old, but you know it's not terrible. I mean, you did get a fresh one after the whole Yormorn thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was when I decided let's put it in the bag of holding. I think because our Yormorn thing went bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did.
I'm gonna chuck these potatoes.
No, not the potatoes.
I don't think they're good anymore.
I will eat like 5 of the star fruit.
I'll look to I'll look over to Lilith and say, "Hey, can you do a bonfire? I want to let's make a baked potato."
I have 9 potatoes.
Yeah,
She can do that.
Alright.
Let's just eat some food right now.
Yeah,
or
let's just
something.
stop and have a short rest anyway. We already are anyway. So let's just do a short rest and have some
Short rest.
potatoes.
After a short rest?
Well, I mean, this is
I mean,
probably
we pretty much
part of
did
it.
a short. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get out the bedrolls. We can sit on them. Eat some starfruit and some potatoes and drink some water.
Speaking of which, can I have some star fruit?
Yeah.
Help remove some of your weight, and then I can just have food on me.
How much starfruit do you want?
Say 20. That'll give you like 4 pounds.
Okay, I have 20.
What
I
was
I just pull out one by one 20 starfruit.
what was the crate with a box?
I believe you found that floating in the ocean on your
Oh.
ride to Helmfirth.
Yes, and that was the. Well, the crate was just a crate. The box was nice, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the thing that you found your eyeball pendant in.
I have that. Don't. What the fuck does that do? I don't even remember
That's the
what-
thing. You might have left it with your mother, actually. Is that a thing you did?
No, I left
that
the
might be a thing
changing
you did.
pendant, the one that changes. You can change.
Oh,
it to
that's
different
right, that's
flowers.
right.
What was the
That's
eyeball
right.
pendant again? I don't remember even having that. Like, I remember it now, but I didn't even remember I had that.
Let me consult my things.
Yeah, I forgot I even had that. Because that might have been quite useful.
I'm taking some of my stuff out of the bag of holding so we have more room.
I can hold stuff too. I can probably hold like 100 pounds of stuff.
What's a mess kit?
Food,
Oh.
And it has like cutlery and stuff like that.
bowl, cup.
Oh.
No, my total weight was 25 pounds.
And to answer the question about the eye pendant thing, yeah, gemstone with a bloodshot and constantly roving eye visible deep inside of it. Once per day, the owner can gain 1d4 to a saving throw against a spell.
Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? That's in my inventory. I'm dumb. Okay.
I'm just gonna remove these maple leaves.
They're probably all decayed by now. It's been like a month or two.
Just throw them in the fire. Can you pull out a bowl or something that we can put over the fire and cook these potatoes in?
If only someone had a mess kit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have a mess kit, so yeah, I do.
Okay.
I know, it's just funny. What's a mess kit? Oh, the thing you want right now.
Yeah. I will take I'll say, pull the water barrel out, and I'll, like, dump some of the water in the bowl, and then put the potatoes in, and I will boil the potatoes.
I will use my dagger to cut them up into, halves so they cook faster.
Ooh, I'll say, pull out the anvil. We can use that to cut it on.
Okay.
So, do that, and dice up some potatoes on the anvil, which is
Dirty
fine.
anvil.
No, it's not dirty. I keep my
I
anvil
find-
very clean.
I find some delicious herbs in my herbalism kit to sprinkle on top of the potatoes, some cumin.
I eyeball her very, and I say, "Are you sure these are good herbs? They're not gonna kill us."
Think back to the torture scene.
Yeah, I do too.
I did.
Okay.
It went ding ding. But yeah, no, I eat some to show you that it's okay. And then I show you the label where it's labeled.
Edible herbs. All right, I'm going to pull out some of the. I'm going to pull out the vial of Fey pollen that I have,
And I'm gonna eat 3 starfruit.
and I'm going to just put a tiny little pinch on the potatoes as well, like in with the potatoes.
Okay.
I don't know what it does, but it's a spice. So
I have a
Okay.
mesquite as well.
everybody reaches in their bags and pulls out pots and pans galore. But yeah, so I'm not sure what Fey pollen does, but we'll do that.
You're soon to find out.
Yep.
I ate 2 starfruit out of the 20 I took.
Okay.
Think back on Kex at the house with all the other survivors.
Wishing he had starfruit.
And also, well, you know what? While you're at it, Trogdor, can we use your pot as well to cook something?
Oh, I guess.
All right, I'll fill it with water, and I'm going to uncork the carrion crawler, and I'm going to drop it in the boiling water.
Okay. You hear this like squealing, squeaking sound as it like begins to just flail around.
Yep, it's fine. I'm going to cook it. Looks like a. Does it look kind of like a shrimp?
Let's see. Let me try to find a good picture to just show you.
Okay.
I think of a live lobster being dropped in a boiling.
That's kind of what I was thinking, like shrimp or a lobster, like a seafood.
I mean, I think of that in terms of the sound it's making.
And before PETA's coming at us over a fucking thing. Oh, okay. Continue. Oh. Sure. Yeah, just a little thing like that. Yeah, let's drop it in.
Ugh. You can eat it. I ain't.
I mean, I'm gonna try it. Fuck it.
You can keep my mesquite too.
All right.
Okay.
Removing
Yeah, so there's like this squealing as it flails around in the water and eventually stops moving. It's just kind of bobbing there.
All right. I'll just pull out one of my kunai and kind of try to like see if I can scoop it out with kunai, and I'll put it on top of the anvil and try to like cut it up. See if I can find any meat, like edible meat.
Okay. Oh, to clarify, because I still have Bungo's bag of holding open. Did he or did he not get 1k gold? You did.
Well, I thought he didn't because she took the rope out.
But she didn't take the rope
She
out.
didn't take the rope.
Oh.
Well, we did take the water barrel and dump some of it, so
And I took some starfruit.
he wouldn't need it, I don't think.
I'm working on adding everything up. Give me a bit.
Okay.
I'll keep it here for now. Just so it's
Oh,
accounted for.
Put it in there.
Okay.
I'm just working on this.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so the little carrion crawler larva is just bobbing there, and eventually it turns from like that kind of pale yellowish color to something a little darker, kind of a brownish.
All right. I'll fish it out and see if like I said, I'll cut it up on the anvil and see if I can find any meat.
See if you can what?
Oh, find any meat on it.
Okay.
Eat the whole thing.
So yeah, you put it down on the anvil, cut it open. You know, as you like cut into the center of it. How do I describe it? So, have you ever taken a bite of a Slim Jim and then forced the grease out of it?
Yes.
It's like that.
Ugh.
So it's real greasy.
Yeah, there's this like almost how would I put it? It's like a creamy interior.
I'll take a
How's
little
that?
bit on the end of my kunai and taste it.
Okay. So the taste is. So first thing you notice, I guess, is you take that little bit, you taste it, like kind of rub it around inside your mouth or whatever, and there's this grittiness to it. Um, and then you keep rubbing it around your tongue and stuff, and it's this combination of like bad orange juice and rotten eggs.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'll just kind of get a nasty look on my face. And I go, yeah, it was worth a shot. And I'll just kind of scrape it off the anvil with the kunai.
Okay.
And I'll just, is there like is it just rock floor or is it like dirt? A little dirt.
That's rock.
Alright, I'll just kind of grab a couple like loose stones and kind of like cover it up.
You a cat?
No, I'm covering it up so that in case something comes by, it doesn't see that I cooked its baby.
Hiding your shame.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to gently and quietly attempt to play the song of my people with my pan flute.
Okay.
Oh no!
So I imagine it's like a 5th grader trying to play hot cross buns on a recorder.
Something like that. Okay. Yeah, so you're all sitting around the bonfire, eating your potatoes and starfruit, drinking some water, enjoying an attempt at the Song of Trogdor's people.
What does the Fey pollen taste like?
So as you're kind of partway through your potatoes, anyone who had one that had the Fey pollen, which I think is everybody, because you just sprinkled it in, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting
So-
till everyone else eats it.
What was that?
I'm waiting till everyone else eats theirs.
Well, I'm interested, so I'm like eating it. Trying
Okay.
to see if I can figure out what it tastes like.
It's not so much a taste as like about halfway through the potato, you haven't really tasted any difference, and then everything around you kind of takes on this, like purplish, kind of bluish tint.
That's interesting.
What is?
I look over at Trogdor and say, "Did you just turn purple or blue?"
I look down at my hands. No.
Oh. Well, I think this Fey pollen might make you a little trippy. I'm just kind of looking around. Look at my own hands. Are they purplish blue?
Yeah, everything is like you're looking through these strangely colored lenses.
I inhaled mine after hearing this.
Is my eyesight affected at all, or can I still see well in the dark and stuff? It's just everything's...
Yeah, no, everything just has that weird kind of tint to it.
Huh.
Like
I'll
night
just-
vision goggles, but purple and blue.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I'm just gonna look around and kind of, like, essentially, like, examine things and try to see if I can figure out what the constraints are with Fey pollen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be impairing you in any tangible way.
So, no cloudy mind, no anything like that.
No.
Huh. It's kind of cool.
Is it around time for us to have a long rest?
Probably getting close. I mean, you did have to work your way through the city and then you kind of negotiated the first, basically that one map worth of the caves, and now you're kind of in this deeper section of this one. So, yeah, I mean, having proceeded cautiously through all of this, I would say it's pretty reasonable to maybe hunker down for a rest if that's what you're feeling like.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we already took a short rest, so we might as well make it into a long one.
Okay. So, yeah, you're kind of settling in, getting as cozy as you can in the uh, damp, echoing cavern that you're currently residing in. And Trogdor is playing his pan flute.
Yeah, we should have people keep watch.
Yeah,
Someone
I mean,
and the Raven.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna stay up for a little bit and scribble into my notes about Fae Pollen and the fact
Okay.
that it changes the hue of everything you see.
I want to spend like an hour praying to Bahamut.
Okay. Worth noting though, before Trogdor is done playing his song, he hits like a couple bum notes, and as he's kind of fumbling around trying to, get back in key or whatever, you do hear somewhere deep, deep within the cave another one of those
See,
screaming sounds.
Maybe we should be a little quiet.
I stopped playing the pan flute. Just put it away. Yeah. I'll wait for like 5-10 minutes. If nothing comes, then I'll start praying to Bahamut
Okay.
for forgiveness.
Once I hear that
Yeah.
screech, I'm gonna close my book and I'll just keep watch.
Okay. And I suppose that's where we can pick it up next time.